how am I? Now, that's not a question for you, but that's actually the company that Jeff here from MorelandConnect did a big project for recently. And Jeff, why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, Randy. Hey, it was great to see you again.
You too.
So how am I is an incredibly interesting company and proposition, but what we did for them is build an app and a back-end dashboard to help manage COVID risk. So there are a lot of pieces, and we at Moreland managed 2 groups in London, 1 in Toronto, 2 in Israel, and pulled together this package. We wrote a lot of the code on the front and the back end of it. But what it does is provides, if you look at it from, for example, college campus, it provides the head of school an opportunity to find out how students, faculty, and staff are doing physically, how they're feeling on any given day, and check in before they start to interact with anyone else on campus. So the way it works is every student has the app in hand, and they do a couple of things. They wake up and they're reminded, hey, it's time to take a survey. You take a very simple survey, the ones that we all now kind of know and love about how am I feeling? Do I have a temperature? Do I have a cough? We run it through an algorithm developed by a university in Europe who gives us kind of a risk score based on some of that original empirical data that we have. And then starts to get what feels a little bit more magical, but amazing. And that is, we hold the camera up to, the user holds the camera up to their face, right? Just kind of like this, scans their face for 30 seconds. And we're able to, with a 30-second scan, come up with the person's blood oxygen saturation level, respiratory rate, and heart rate. And if you have those 3 pieces of data, it's a very good indicator of if someone has COVID or flu, but if they're not doing well. So we take those pieces of data and store it all in this secure digital container. Picture an individual database that each person owns. So no one can access it. It's not in a central database. It's my personal health data. But I submit that. It goes back to our back-end system that in this case would be run by the university, and they've established their thresholds for all of those factors that we track. And they can send a message back that says, you're free to come to class today, or you should call health services, go to the doctor because you have some elevated risk. And the check-ins that happen can either be in person, so picture going to a college football game. You can scan your phone and it says, here's your health status at up to the minute. That's
really neat, Jeff. That is really neat. So, and again, they can just hold the phone up, and that must be a really complex, whatever the heck you guys did, and that coding and such, that must be a really complex thing you did.
Oh yeah, and the code that does that is something that we didn't write, but we wrapped around it. So there's this highly sophisticated company that's a healthcare device company that does this work. So they wrote it. We work very closely with them to integrate it into our product.
So that's really neat. You do that sometimes. You sometimes working with another company, integrate some of what they have into what you need to bring to your clients.
Right. In this case, there were 4 parties that were involved. So there was that one, and the other was the personal data vault that stores all of this data. And that technology is just amazing because you can apply that just about anywhere. And there are a lot of companies who know how to integrate with that, but we've worked with them for over a year now, and it's really amazing software that they have.
That is really, really neat, Jeff. And that's something to keep in mind. I mean, not only complicated software that these guys can handle, but they can work with complicated situations to bring it. If there are multiple players and partners and such. So, if you have something that you're working on or something you want to achieve, I think you want to stop by MorelandConnect.com right now and get in touch with Jeff and the guys. Tell them what you're up to, and I'm pretty sure they can probably pretty much handle anything you got. So, hey, Jeff, thanks a lot for sharing that. Hey, one last question for you, Jeff.
Hey, Randy.
Am I okay? Am I healthy?
You look great, but you need to download the How Am I app to be sure.
Okay, I'm going to give that a shot. So, great talking to Jeff, and thanks for sharing this with us.
All right, you bet, Randy. Good to see you. Thanks, man.
Take care.